Got another flashlight to look at today from Sofirn. Let's open it up and take a closer look. Hey, what's up YouTube? Dan the Fix-It Man. Got another quick video here for you. Just another flashlight to look at today from the company Sofirn. They reached out and asked me if I'd be willing to take a look at the new ST2 in exchange for a quick little unboxing and review video. Here it is. Let's open it up and see what comes included, and then I'll run through the user interface and maybe go over some of the specs, and then we'll head down to the park and see what this looks like at night. Now here on the back, it does give you a little bit of a performance / runtime breakdown, and it also talks about some of the specs on here. I'll put all of the runtime times and brightness levels up on the screen when we go through the different brightness levels at night. But as far as the specs, this has an IPX6 waterproof rating, 1 meter drop rating, and the max candela is 18,000, 8.75 ounces or 248 grams. Time to fully charge about 4 hours, 45 minutes, 113 millimeters long, 46 millimeters wide, and 22 millimeters height or thickness. So let's open this up and see what comes included. Now it's got this little readme tag. It says that the flashlight comes locked. By default, we need to press the button 4 times to unlock it. It also says do not disassemble the battery. So this is what they would consider to be a sealed battery unit. And looks like we've got a lanyard included here and a little USB-C charge cable. Now it comes with a nicely printed user manual, printed in several different languages, but it's also got some nice diagrams here letting you know what's included, a couple different tables and figures as far as the user interface, and it's pretty easy to follow along. Let's take a look at the light. Yeah, that definitely does have some weight to it. Got a really nice belt clip here. Now, I wouldn't say that's a hat clip. This is pretty heavy. You definitely are not going to run this on a hat, but it is a nice belt or pocket clip. And it does have a magnetic base, which I really like. Seems to be a pretty strong magnet. And if you take a look here at the head, it is flexible. You can rotate that down 90 degrees. This is just the hinge on this side, and on this side is the button. And then you also have a switch that you can switch between the white light, red light, or UV. To unlock the light, we just need to push that 4 times. There we go, it's unlocked. Now, as far as the user interface, when it is unlocked, it's turn it on and turn it off with just the press of that button. If it is locked, let's lock it again. There, that's locked. If it is locked, you can press and hold and it will come on momentarily for what they would call low or moonlight. I'm gonna unlock it again. With the light unlocked, if we double press, we're gonna jump up to turbo. And there you go. That's a very bright flashlight. Now from turbo, you can drop it down to low by double clicking. You see there's low. Double click again, it jumps back up. Now the white light also has a strobe function or SOS function. And what you'll do when the light is unlocked, you're gonna triple press this side button. So just a little bit of a warning if you have sensitivity to flashing lights, we're gonna go into the strobe. Now you can change it from strobe to SOS by double clicking. And there's the SOS pattern. Now from the SOS mode, if we double click again, it's going to do a beacon flash. Now we also have stepless dimming in the white light. So if we turn the light on and just press and hold that button, you see it will ramp all the way down to low. And if you let go and press it again, it will ramp all the way up to turbo. You see that little flash letting you know it's at the highest brightness level. Now that's it for the white light user interface. So we're just gonna rotate this switch over to the R for red light, turn it on by pressing that button. That's a nice bright red light. Click it again and it turns off. To get into the low red light setting, just press and hold. There you can see it's on, but it's much dimmer. And if we double click, it jumps back up to turbo or the brighter red light. Now we can also do stepless dimming in the red light. So once the light is on, just press and hold and it will drop all the way down to low. Press and hold again and it will ramp all the way up to the turbo in the red light function. Now we also have a flashing red light option. We need to triple press that button. That's it for the red light. Now let's take a look at our UV light option by rotating this switch all the way over to UV. And we're gonna press that side button to turn it on. And you can see that is a very bright UV light. You see it lights up the logo on the Dan the Fix-It Man hat here. Push the button again and it turns off. Now with the light unlocked, we can press and hold and that goes to what they call low UV. You can see it's a little dimmer. Now you can go to the brighter UV light by pressing and holding, and it'll just jump up one step. It only steps up one time. Press and hold and it'll drop back down. Now I'm going to switch it back to white light and point out a couple other things. As far as charging this light, first of all, here's your little charge port here in the front. Just peel back this little rubber cover. This button also has an LED light in it, so if you press that and turn it on, you see we've got a little green LED right now letting us know that it is charged between 75 and 100%. If it were flashing green, that means it's between 50 and 75%. Solid red would mean between 25 and 50%, and flashing red means it's between 1% and 25%. And of course, you need to get it charged. And when you're charging it, that little light is going to also come on. It's going to be red while it's charging and green once it's fully charged. Now, I didn't mention it, but this uses the SFT42R, and the color range on this one is 6,000 to 6,500K. Very bright, cool white. It does have a little bit of a hot spot there, but I'm sure that that's going to fade as we get a little bit of distance. Now, I normally put lanyards on all of my lights. I don't think I'll put a lanyard on this. It's got a nice big clip here. This is probably going to be perfect to put into a pocket or on the belt. I just don't think I'm going to need a lanyard or carry this in my hand. This is pretty hefty as well, by the way. This is over a ½ pound. Feels really nice though. I mean, it feels heavy duty as well. But that's pretty much it as far as the user interface. Let's just get this plugged back in and fully topped off before we head down to the park, and we'll see how it does at night. All right, well, I've got the Sofirn ST2 fully charged up, and we're down at the park here. It's nice and dark outside, but I am using an iPhone, which does pick up the light a little bit better. Now, I also have a small light on my tripod mount here, just so we can at least see what's going on up close. So we're gonna start with the lowest setting. I'm gonna press and hold. It does light up the area okay. You can definitely see up close, see what you're doing. Now, if I just turn the light on, it's going to go to the previous memorized mode. I'm not sure exactly what this brightness is, somewhere in the middle. But if we double click that button, it's going to jump up to turbo. And that right there is our brightest setting. And you can see the light does go pretty far, all the way out to the end of the field. You can light up those trees and everything out there. Now this light also has a strobe feature. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Just a little bit of a warning if you have sensitivity to flashing lights. I'm going to triple press this side button here. And that strobe kind of alternates the pattern there. If I double click, it will go into an SOS flash. And if I double click again, it will do a beacon flash. And you can see that's a very bright beacon. Now I'm going to toggle the switch over to our red light. Now if we press and hold to turn it on, that's going to be the red light in the lowest setting. So you can see it still puts a little bit of light out there. And we can ramp up to the highest setting by pressing and holding that button. Again, for a red light, that really does get out there quite a ways. Now in the red light, we also do have a flashing mode. So all we have to do is triple click, and that's going to do a red light flash. Now the UV light's probably not going to show up too well on camera here, but let's go ahead and do that one as well as a quick demonstration. Toggle this over to UV and we'll turn it on. And it actually does show up okay here on camera, looks like. And if we press and hold, that drops it down to the dimmer UV. That's what it looks like on your hand. Now in the white light or the red light, I also failed to mention, you can jump to turbo just by double clicking. And that gets you to turbo, the brightest setting there. It does the same thing on the red light function, just double click. And that gets you right into the brightest red light setting. You can go ahead and bend that down. Really nice to have that 90-degree feature on the light as well. And that's pretty much everything. Let's head back to the shop and wrap this up. Well, there you go. That's the ST2 from Sofirn. I really like that 90-degree bendable head. And of course, I like all of the light features that this has. Besides just having a really nice bright white light, it's also got a red light and that UV light, which are just very handy to have. I really like the red light. You know, it's a little bit more subtle. And of course, if you're going to set up for hunting or something like that, or you just don't want to blind anyone, red works great for that. That UV light is great for checking using currency or IDs, and of course you can have some fun with it and hide some glow-in-the-dark little plastic bugs in the grass and have your kids go look for them, or of course you can actually look for scorpions with that UV light as well. Really nice strong clip here, and it does feel very heavy duty. Now, because this is a high-powered flashlight, you may not want to give this to a child to use because it does get pretty hot. It even has a little label here. It says caution hot. It does get pretty warm. This was starting to really heat up in my hand, especially at some of those brighter settings. But again, just use a little bit of common sense with this too. Don't shine it into any oncoming traffic or anyone driving a vehicle. Really happy that Sofirn reached out and sent this to me, and I really do like this. It's, again, really nice feel. It's a really nice heavy-duty light. And of course, that magnetic tail cap is really handy as well. You know, under a sink or under a hood, this is really valuable to be able to set that up, prop it where you need it, and still have the ability to bend that and aim the light where you need it as well. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys like this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't mind. That does help me out. And of course, I'll get a link in the description where you can pick up your very own Sofirn ST2 flashlight as well. Thanks so much for watching, and good luck.